All right, well, the project today is to install a new fish finder on this low boat I got behind me. And I really like these old low boats. Low boats in general, man, they just made a good boat. You know, that's just, I don't know, that's my opinion on it. But he had an old, I don't know what this is, a Humminbird 560 on it. So, I mean, he says it still works good, you know. Anyway, I have to mount this. He got this Lowrance Eagle. Eagle 7. So, we'll have to see how it looks on there. And, you know, just take a good look before we go getting crazy about it. But then, you know, it comes back to this transducer, you know. He's got one of these old Humminbird things to hide his wires. Yeah, and then where that wire comes through is right there. So we'll have to fish the transducer cable back this way. So what I like to do, if I can, you know, it just all depends. Like, I brought some towels out because I'm going to throw them on the seats and stuff. And I've got a blanket I throw down too. But I got, this is just an old, you know, it's a buoy, right? And so sometimes just cut the end of it off and then tie that onto your line you want to pull. And then you pull all the way back, and then that way when you get ready, then you can pull your other line through. You know what I mean? Your other transducer line through. So, I don't know. Let's just maybe unbox this thing and see what we're working with. Well, I got flies. It's driving me crazy. Anyway. Yeah, so he said he's got one on the on his trolling motor as well. Looks like he's got it's a power drive. That's kind of cool. Those auto deploy. Yeah. Fish finder chart plotter. Anyway, pretty simple. Lowrance. Let's just see what it looks like. You know, 'cause you gotta make a plan first. Yeah, this fly drives me crazy. I have to get a fly swatter. Let's get started. Welcome to the team. Let's get started. It's got join the community on YouTube. Visit us at Lowrance. Download the Lowrance app to get immediate access to mobile charts. Yeah, they got, like, you know, all kinds of stuff. Alright, so here, what is he bought? Okay, here's our screen and that. Man, this fly is driving me crazy. We're gonna wait for this, but that's our chart. I mean, that's our, you know, I'm sorry guys, I'm not doing a very good job. That's what it looks like. So obviously he's wanting to put it here, but I wonder if he shouldn't get like a ram mount and put it here. Yeah, anyway, may have to suggest that to him, because I don't think just having it here seems awful close to, and then you would want it here. I'm sorry, it was upside down. You'd want it like here because No. We get out his, see what it came with it, because we don't know what all he's got in here. All right, I'm gonna kill a fly. No, he kind of left. Anyway, there's our power cable. Move that. And we got a mount. And that's what I mean, like this mount should be too close to your steering wheel. You're gonna want like a ram mount here, I believe. Yep. Of course, it's got the two little pieces for your outside of your drive. And we can leave them in that spot. And then they've got our transom mount. And I'm not sure what these are yet. And then we've got a screw kit. 6 by 1 inch. This is probably for a transom mount. And not sure what we have here. Let's open it up. Probably tells us in the the instrucciones, but we won't read them until we have to. Let's just tear it. See what's in here. Yeah, this is our transom mount. That's the screws we'll need for a transom mount, which is that guy right there. Throw that in the bag, put that right here. And this is screws, 6 by 1 inch screw kit. Let's just look at this. Yeah, it's just 6 screws. And then what do we got here? Let's see what we got here. Oh, okay, yep. Got a fuse kit. 4 screws. Not sure what the screws would be for. Put them in there. Put our fuse in. In case we need it. That's our fuse, and then we got our transducer. So luckily the end is not crazy big. Can run this out. Get it all undone. That way it kind of stretches out. Yeah. So there's a couple ways to, I guess, do this. You can go ahead and make your transducer and mount it on the end, or you can lay your wire out and then pull your other one out. I mean, it just depends on how you want to do it. It's like probably 100 ways to do this. Then I'll stretch it out. And then what do we got in this bag? I don't know what that is. sure in our instructions it's going to tell us. But I may go ahead, yeah. I mean, he's going to want, I'm telling you, man, he's going to want a ram mount. And you could do, you know, maybe you could do a ram mount here because you could pull it off to the side. But this is not going to be really a good location for it. You know, you can put the ram mount up here, but really you need a ram mount. So I may call him back and just see if he wants to go by Bass Pro and pick one up, or he can get one online. I can get him started, I guess, and you know, we can go from there. But yeah, I'm gonna give him a call and see what he wants to do. Okay, so I just talked to him, and he's gonna go get a ram mount and come back over and kind of figure out where he wants to put it stuff. And meanwhile, I'll go ahead and get the transducer off and get it pulled through, and that's going to involve getting under the dash and having it all loose, tying on my little twine, and getting it ready so that I can just pull it back through. Okay, I got it disconnected. I got the power and the transducer disconnected, and I think I'm gonna put this back together so I don't lose it, I guess. Alright, so that's that. Now what we gotta do? We gotta take out our little twine, and I keep my lead weight just because when I retie this on, you know, it's good to go. So just take a little off, and this is my line that I've taken off. So then I just, you know, he's gonna want to resell this, so just tie it around there, not crazy, and then I just get a piece of tape. Alright, this is the part that helps if you got two people, because when you fish this back through, one guy's pulling and the other guy is kind of pushing or whatever. Just so that won't come off. Give it a little something and protect the end, since I'm giving it back to him. And then we can lay this down there and you can just coil off. Which, it's got a long ways, man. I mean, or did I get the wrong one? No, I did. So then we're gonna come back to here, because obviously this is coming out of over here. Let me get you guys down here where you can see it. So we'll just take off some tie wraps. He just asked me if I had a battery tender. Well, not that name brand. I do have them online. See, even though they did round, somebody else didn't do this. They did these round ends. It's great. So that'll be out of the way, and then so we should be able to pull I'm sure that we'll get to a certain place where then I'll have to put the connector through. But this will pull right through. Alright, I'm kind of there now. There's a little bit of tape over here. And this is what'll hang you up. So hopefully they don't, I doubt they have this loom taped all the way. This is probably maybe after the fact or something. I don't know. But now I got it come nice and easy or not. Uh-oh. Oh no, don't get stuck. Yeah, almost. Okay, I may get my brother out here. We'll see, because it's wedging itself somewhere. Now we could take this, but I don't think this is a problem. Yeah, gonna have to fish it through. Well, this one, I don't know. It may not survive it. It's going back and forth and get caught up in here, so we don't know if it's almost out too, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it almost feels like it's right here. Is it? I can't tell. Oh man, it's right there. I know it is. But here's the thing, you don't want to do anything, because you could, like, I could drill these out. You don't want to do all that. If it won't come out, I mean, and it's old, then you're probably gonna have to let it go. Alright, finally I got this through. Like I said, there's a bunch of ways you can do this. And, you know, it just depends. So, what we need to do is we're going to start back here and route our way up. So, like, they have this Humminbird on the back, which we can reuse. So we want to take that out so we can get to the cable. This is the old cable, and we can disconnect that, get it off, but the main thing is just pulling our old cable back through, which it goes through pretty easy. But let me take that off, and then, but I'll show you once I get it ready. I'll you know, and I get this up through the hole and it's ready to go in here. Put a little piece of tape on it, then tie your string on just to protect the cable, and then we're just gonna tape the crap out of this so that we get this back through. I had to get out my inspection camera, which I'm done with this now, so turn that off. But and we'll just pull our old line through. Somewhere, or we can just go ahead and take it off of the transom. Just do that. Why not, right? Reseal this when I'm done. Well, gnats over here for some reason. Yeah, let's just use the longest screw we can put in there. Wow. You have to just go get my drill. I don't want to sit and wait on that all day. What is that? Why is that? See here, we have to get to our Yeah, this thing just took a little prying action and it comes up. So then we'll just take our nut driver, get this off. Should be 5/16. It is. Alright. So these two holes, you know, well, any of them, but these two obviously are not going to work, because this is where this would go. So you can see the holes are a little offset. So all we can do really is go ahead and make our transducer, you know, put the mount and everything together. And then, you know, you can replace these. I've got some that are like, you know, the sheet metal self-tapping screws. So I'll probably use them, because these I'd have to screw a hole for. And but this is the transducer. So we just need to put this in together. We could do, you know, put our ends like so we can measure this out so it's going to be in the right location. So what I'm saying is, I think it's a good idea to go ahead and put it together. And they gave us all those little parts in the bag. They give you a couple of screws, but we won't use those. And they give you this little thing, which is kind of cool, because then they finally give you a little thing to hold on to it. Because it kind of goes like so. But what you got to do is you got to put this thing like in here first. And then, see, there's little grooves. This is pretty cool that they did this way. There's a set of grooves this way, and then if you look on the inside of there, there's a different set of grooves. Well, this goes like this, and then they kind of sit in there. And that's kind of cool, because it used to be real hard to get them lined up right and to get them in there right. So it'll just kind of snap into place once you get it there, which is, like I said, it's pretty cool. So this thing is going to be kind of like this. So I guess you know, we're going to put it together now with those little grooves. And what you want to do is you make sure that then your cable kind of rides like this, because this is the base of your transducer. So I guess really like this thing, we want kind of in the back. And it kind of acts like, I guess it acts like two different things too, because it maybe gives your cable a little strain relief as well once you get it in place. So once you get it like that, then that's like that, kind of routes the cable like so, because this is going to sit about like this. The cable will actually sit behind the metal bracket. I mean, this portion of it too could, you know, I'm sure they have directions that I need to read, but I think even if you did it like this, say to get it started, and you're like, okay, I want it to be there. See how it's got the cable is like that? Then you could take this and you could do something like so. and it's just going to snap into place. And then that really does help it a lot. But then we're going to have a piece of rubber. Just got to get it all lined back up. Here it goes. So we're going to have a piece of rubber. I don't know if I'm going to show this very well, but we have the bolt. It's going to go through. Then we got a washer, piece of rubber. And on this side, we're going to have a piece of rubber. And we're going to have this washer. And then we got a lock nut. And I'll leave it loose for now. I don't have to tighten it up or anything. Just so that I can get it started. I'm going to get some goop out. Goop that all up. And I don't want to scratch it too much, or, you know, use a, I don't know, like a, I thought I had one out here, a putty knife. You don't want to, I don't think you really want to do that, because although I could put tape around it, could do that. You know, I could put some tape here and there, but this, if it's 5200, this stuff is not coming off. And that's kind of what it looks like. I mean, you might move it a little, but it won't come off. Yeah, maybe. See if I got a plastic scraper. Just want something where the paint's not gonna, there it goes. I just maybe have to just mess with it a little bit. We're just gonna measure the bottom of that. We're gonna put it about right there. You know, it's kind of like the one I did the other day, where you just want it to be right on the edge, you know, so it doesn't get all this cavitation. You don't want it to be down in the water. And, you know, so we're going to have it just slightly above. Just slightly above. Alright, so I changed my mind because the self-tappers that I have are, they're not stainless steel. So for this, you want stainless steel. So let's just reuse the old ones they had, because I like these. And if we had, we'll just drill new holes. And let's put some goop up here. That covers the old ones. I got one. Let's just go. As weird as you can. Just eyeballing it because I can't move it up. can't hold it left-handed. Here. Pay attention to me. Well, since this has got to come off, let's just redo it. Wow. Well, at least it's in the right spot. Yeah, so all that backwards. What do you mean you don't have time for it? You got all day. You got all day. Ain't got time for it. Yeah, well, normally that's not that hard to do. Okay, so now what? Now we take this end and we get our tape. Wherever that went.